tutorial. Today we'll talk about power substation. Here is a table of content. We'll talk about objectives, introduction, types of substation, supply line, transformer, busbar, switchgear, protective device, outcoming feeders, switching apparatus, conductors, insulators, lightning arresters, surge arrestor, grounding, battery bank, capacitor bank, communication, HVAC system, firefighting system, and facility. Okay, here is the main objective. This presentation is designed to explain various components of electrical substation and provide their various types and core functions. Yes, a substation is the part of electrical generation, transmission, and distribution system. Substation transform voltage from high to low or the reverse, or it can perform other several important functions. Types of substation, we have different types of substation which include step-up substation, step-down substation, switching substation, distribution substation, and sulfur hexafluoride substation. Yeah, the classification can be based on different characteristics. Here we can classify basing on construction. Here we have outdoor substation, indoor substation, underground substation. The outdoor substation means that it is exposed just outside the normal environment, but indoor it is enclosed within a certain facility. Underground means it is underwater or under the ground. Yes, step-up substation is the type of substation which receives electrical power from a nearby generation facility and uses large power transformers to increase the voltage for transmission to distance location. These transformers have been rated in higher kVA. Substation can be further categorized based on their construction per requirement, such as indoor, outdoor, gas insulated, or underground pole mounted. Yes, step down substation can change the transmission voltage to a sub transmission voltage, usually 69 kilovolt, by using step down transformer. The substation voltage lines can then be can then serve as the source of distribution substation. Step-down transmission substation are located at switching points in in an electrical grid. This substation also further can be categorized based on their construction as per requirement, such as indoor, outdoor, gas insulated, or underground, or can be pole mounted. As this picture shows a sample of the step-down outdoor substation. Switching substation. A switching substation is a substation which transformers and operating only at a single voltage level for switching purposes. Switching substation are sometimes used as collector and distribution station. Sometimes they are used for switching current to backup lines or for parallelizing circuits in case of failure. A switching substation may also be known as switchyard, and these are common located direct adjacent to nearby power station. Distribution substation, these are located near the end users. Distribution substation transformers change the transformation or sub-transformation voltage to lower levels for use by end users. From here, the power is distributed to industrial, commercial, or residential consumers. A gas insulated substation. This gas insulated substation is a high voltage substation in which the major structures are contained in a sealed environment with sulfur hexafluoride gas as the insulating medium. The clearance required for phase to phase and phase to ground for all equipment is much lower than that required in an air-insulated substation, although the initial cost of a building in gas-insulated substation is higher. than the building in air insulated is higher than building an air insulated substation. The operation and maintenance cost of a gas insulated substation are less. Supply line are these are lines in which the substation is connected to. Yeah, for transmission purposes, a supply line can be an overhead line and an underground feeder depending on the location of the substation. Underground cables line mostly used in urban areas and overhead lines in desert or open area. Supply lines are connected via high voltage disconnecting switches in order to isolate lines from substation to perform maintenance or repair work. Transformer. This is the main or critical component in the substation. A transformer is an electrical device that transfers electrical energy from one coil called primary coil to the other coil called secondary coil through electromagnetic induction. The coil is connected to the incoming voltage called primary coil, while the coil is connected to the outgoing coil called secondary coil. Transformers are used to increase or decrease the alternating current in an electric power applications. This is a typical diagram for a single phase electrical transformer. Type of transformers, they can be classified as basing on their function, such as power transformer, service transformer, and voltage transformer, also kind transformers. Here is the power transformer. Power transformer is used in high voltage transmission network to step up and step down the voltage. These transformers are generally used for purpose of transmission of heavy voltage rated in kVA, such as 69 kVA, 115 kVA, 270 kVA, 308 kVA, and etc. Distribution transformers. A distribution transformer or service transformer is a transformer that provides the final voltage transformation in an electric power distribution system, stepping down the voltage used in distribution line to the level used for lighting or utility purpose in power substation. Voltage transformer. This is the instrument transformer. Is the potential transformer is quite similar to the current transformer, but it is used for taking samples of high voltage of a system for providing low voltage to the relay of protection system and also to the low rating meters for voltage measurement. This low voltage measurement. From this low voltage measurement can be done. The actual system's high voltage can be calculated without measuring high voltages direct in to avoid the cost of measurement of the measurement system. Current transformer. Current transformer is used for the measurement of alternating current by taking samples of the higher currents of the system. This reduces samples in inaccurate proportion with actual high current of the system. These are used for installation and maintenance of current relays in substation for protection purposes, which are normally have low current rating for their operation, which can be 5 ampere. Busbars. Busbars are also called buses. They're found in the substation from generation to industrial plants. They are used to distribute current to multiple circuits within the switchgear. Here is the switchgear is a general term covering the primary switching and interrupting devices together with its control and regulating equipments. Power switch gears include breakers, disconnecting switches, main bus conductors, interconnecting wiring, support structures with insulators, enclosures, and secondary devices for monitoring and controlling power through the substation system. As switchgear is one of the basic function of switchgear is for protection, which is interruption of short circuit and overload fault current while maintaining service to an affected circuit. Switchgear also provide isolation of circuit from power supply lines. Metal-clad switchgear are commonly used throughout the industry for distributing power and for distributing supply voltage service above 100 voltage. The primary voltage breakers and switches are mounted on a removable mechanism to allow for movement and proper alignment. All live parts are enclosed within grounded metal compartments. Switchgear consists of metering and protective devices in it, such as protective relay, wattimeter, ampere meter, and voltmeter. Protective relay. This is a part of the protection system. Is a device that uh, protects the power system from fault called protection devices. Advantage of protected devices with these three basic components include safety, economy, and accuracy. There are three parts of protective devices, which include instrument transformers, which can be current transformer or capacitive voltage transformer, relay, and circuit breakers. Protective relay is a device which is designed to trip circuit breaker when a fault is detected in abnormal operating condition. Outcoming feeders, these are the lines which supply electric power to the users. It can be radio type, parallel type, or link main. The radio type distribute power through parallel connection, but the parallel type consists of two wires which are parallel connected to the main substation transformer, whereby if one supply line fails, the other can be supplying line. The link main, this is the commonly used because it is more reliable. It provides the link connection in whereby if this line is failing, the other line can supply line, but at three different distribution centers whereby they can receive a different voltage. Switching apparatus, there is isolators, fuses, circuit breakers, disconnector or isolators. These are used to ensure that an electrical system is completely de-energized for service or maintenance. It is only done when the system is off-load or no load condition. Fuses is an electrical safety device that operates to provide current protection of electrical circuit. This is a cartridge type. It's called a high rupturing cartridge fuse. This one is a dropout fuse. This is found in before or after the transformer, mainly found in the distribution transformers. Circuit breakers. There are different type of circuit breakers. This mainly are used for automatically switching off to protect the system from fault. It can be oil circuit breaker, which is mainly used for arc quenching media as well as insulating media. Air blast circuit breaker, which uses air as the medium to quench the arc produced through by the ionization of the air when the wire melts due to the high voltage. Vacuum circuit breaker. Vacuum here is used as an interrupter to extinguish the arc caused by the fault. Also, there's SF6 circuit breaker. This consists of sulfur hexafluoride as the quenching gas. There's also conductors. Conductors can be aluminum, uh, silver, or iron. Insulators. There are different insulators. This type of insulator can be described in different types. There is a shackle type, there is a pin type, and also there is a suspension type. They are also made up of glass, composite polymers, clay, and etc. Lightning arresters. These are devices used on electrical power system and telecommunication system to protect the insulation and conductors of the system from damaging effect of lightning. Surge arresters is a device to protect electrical equipment from overvoltage transients caused by external lightning or internal switching events. Grounding system. The grounding system is the most important aspect of every substation because it functions as a hazard as safety to ensure there is safety when there is short circuit or lightning. It provides a low resistance pass to the ground to ensure that when there is overcurrent, the whole voltage is taken to the ground to neutralize the system. Battery bank. These are used to provide uninterrupted and reliable power supply to control the switch gears and monitor the status of feeders in case of power failure. Capacitor bank. This is normally used in substation to control the level of voltage supplied to the consumer and also raising the power factor. Communication system. In the power system, we mainly use the SCADA system for automatically controlling the power through instrumentation and control devices such as PLC, which is programmable logic control system, and uh, the human machine interface. Heating, ventilation, and air conditioning system. Substation requires special attention to ventilation in order to dissipate heat losses from electrical equipment whenever possible. Forced ventilation should be done to ensure that the heat from the electrical equipment is dissipated to the environment. Facility. There is firefighting system. Substation contain components and materials that constitute a fire risk and due to overheat and arcing. In case of fire, we can use the firefighting system to extinguish the fire. Facility. Substation building are surrounded by fence and concrete wall to prevent the unauthorized person or animals to get in and have facility of washroom, drinking water, parking, workshop, and some distribution substation have residential facilities. Thank you for watching.